Anyway, let's get back into it, right? Right. 88%, 82 hours. At the rate we're going, we're gonna finish this game before I reach the 100-hour mark. At least the file, as the file says. According to my Steam hours, I have over 120 hours. Anyway. Look, there are two moments. Let's do them after I talk to Maltina again. This voice. Shin looked up at the voice that called him while he was working. When he opened the door, it was Maltina. Great to see you visit our workshop, Maltina. Are you alone? Where's Friend? Do you think you'll get to the main story? Maybe. Look, those scenes, the side story parts of the with the heart, they're usually pretty short, considering that the all ages version doesn't show it. So, you know, surely. Miss Sonia and Celeste aren't around right now. Huh? Maltina let out a light cough and provocatively pointed her chin. Oh, sure. It's a mess, though. Didn't let Maltina into the workshop. He gathered around curiously as the interior and the laboratory tools. What do you think, Maltina? You want to join? I mean, compared to the modern college, I assume the machinery is much older types. Okay, well, so Maltina, what did you want to talk about? The tea leaves are, man, I don't know what to do without Miss Sonia around. What? What did I know you weren't gonna say? You weren't going to say, don't mind me. Either way, Maltina made the tea. She and Maltina faced each other as they sat and enjoyed the flavor. Yep, it sure is good. Here, have some of these buns. So, what were we talking about? After Shin finished taking his first bite, he questioned her. Huh? My butt? Maltina looked awkward at first. At first, Shin wasn't sure what she was referring to, but instantly noticed what she was talking about and turned red. I'm fine, all's good. Jesus, I don't need that imagery, Maltina. You came here to talk about that? Maltina sipped her teacup and paused.
シンにあんな苦労させたのもドールを改良するためでしたわよね。
Yeah, for that, a contract had to be made with the god that uses electricity, and then I had to get my ass fucked.
ええ、それで早速新しい回路を開発してドールに組み込んでみようと思っているんですけど。
Altina peered over to look at Shin's face.
できればご助言いただけないかしら。術式の効率化のために真の知恵を拝借したいんですの。
Oh, was that it? At first, Maltina acted rather strange, so he was expecting something more troublesome. Shin let out a sigh of relief and nodded to her. Thank God I'm not getting butt-fucked by an eel this time. Also, hang on, let me first change the category. I kind of maybe forgot to do that. You know, kind of important. Sounds fun. I'm more than glad to help. Do you have any reference materials for that spell?
ええ、こちらですわ。
Altina pulled out a stack of paper. Just as she was about to pass it to him, she stopped. Maltino?
私があなたに相談したことはできれば内密にお願いいたしますわ。
Why is that?
それは私の保険に関わると言いますか。いや、決して真のことを侮っているわけではないのですが。
I got you. Since we do have a reputations for our colleges too.
ご理解いただけて幸いですわ。ではこれは私と真二人だけの秘密ということで。
This is like a true Romeo and Juliet story. Altina emphasized the secret part and looked somewhat happy. Shin took the blueprints for the spell and circuits from her and began inspecting them. The two had a pleasant discussion about the doll's new control circuit for a while.
出力の並列処理を制御する銃魔。なるほど。その発想はなかったですわ。やはりシンは面白い考え方をしますわね。
You think? But if you match the controls on the demon partner's spells, I figured you can be a little flexible. If you use this method, you may be able to make the fuel into cartridge types. Problem would be the efficiency of the output and energy.
参考にしますわ。やっぱりあなたに相談してよかったですの。
I'm glad if I was able to help. That was when Shin noticed Maltina staring at him intensely. With that face, her gaze was strangely passionate, which made Shin feel awkward and slightly flustered. Yes?
シン、やっぱりいいですわ。あなた。
What, in bed? I mean, I guess. Well, I mean... Altina continued to stare as she inched closer. Maltina...
今からでも遅くありませんの。シン、やっぱりマルドゥック派に入りませんこと？
Okay, look. You're not a good enough incentive, alright? Why can't you just join Harmony College? No, I can't do that.
どうしてですの？ドールの存在が受け入れられないから？
No, it's more like your ideals are completely different to Harmony College's. No, that's not it. I'm not fond of using heinous gods as resources. But I don't plan on rejecting the dolls as a whole.
でしたらどうして？ あなたの胸に聞いてみましょうか。
Huh? Alkina's finger extended and traced over Shin's chest. He stopped right where the Philosopher's Stone was embedded and peered in with a thoughtful gaze.
ここに溜まった汚れが発散できなくなったら困るから。
How do you...
それくらい調べたらわかりますわ。私の前でも散々力を使ったではありませんの。
Bro, like it'd be weirder if she didn't know.
けれど案じる必要はありませんわ。
Hang on.
もしシンが望むなら私がそのお手伝いを。
What do you mean by that? Have a good night, Dexter. Do you know what you're saying? Altina's face was bright red. That was when Shin realized she was serious.
シンはドールの動力改善の手伝いをしてくれました。だったら私が賢者の石の浄化を手助けするのもおかしなことではありませんわ。
I didn't help you for an exchange like that.
存じてますわ。シンは純粋な善意と錬金術師としての興味から手を貸してくれたのですわよね。けれど私だって単なる利己心で言い出したわけではありませんわ。あなたが相手でなければ。
Altina withdrew her hand from Shin's chest, but she didn't just keep her distance. She continued to stare at Shin with her shining eyes. What are you saying?
本当にわかりませんの？私の言っている意味。
Shin. Oh! No! Oh! Shin stops Maltina or stares blankly. Hang on, let me consult the PDF. How far am I into Maltina's route? I mean, I shouldn't be that far in, right? Maltina and friend, right? Yes, that is. I see. This is the third to last side story. Look, no. I'm gay. Wait, that's not. I mean, she shouted and stopped Maltina.
私では相手にできませんの？
Look, I'm sorry, Maltina, but I'm only doing this for the completion's sake. I'll go back, I swear. That's not it. It just looked like you were rushing things.
私が焦っている？
I appreciate your thoughts, but things like this shouldn't be done at the spur of the moment.
でもシンはハルモニア派の子たちと。
Yeah, I have my reasons for troubling them. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm trying my best not to be a burden to them either. But I actually feel bad for doing it. So it honestly hurts me to make you deal with the corruption.
私は望んでお相手をしてもいいと言ったのですわよ。
I mean, you know, it's not what I want, Martina. But it's still an option, so I have to choose it. That too. I know it sounds arrogant for me to say this, but if you're just trying to compete while using me, You need to take better care of yourself.
確かにそういう気持ちが全くなかったと言っては嘘になりますわ。私はアリアさんやセレスに張り合うあまり大胆な振る舞いを。申し訳ありません。お騒が
Ah, shit.
申し訳ありません。お騒がせしましたわね。
No need to worry. There was an awkward mood building between the two as Maltina quickly prepared to take her leave.
ではごめんあそばせシン。あなたのアドバイスとても参考になりましたわ。
Sure. If there's anything else I can do to help, let me know.
ええ、あなたも今度は私が力を貸してあげてもよろしくてよ。
She left the scene after dropping a line that was very much like her. Her scent and her teacup were left in the workshop. She had felt rather guilty when Celeste and the others returned. And that's why we fucking Maltina. You just can't see it.
恥ずかしいですが。
And then they show it. Ah, shit. The one hate scene that they forgot to take out of the all 80s version. Cool. Now there are two others like that. Except these ones don't have a choice. So let's start off with Sasha. Sasha was making a surprise visit to the Harmonia College workshop. By her request, Shin was doing maintenance on her prosthetic arm. It was originally made by the Minor College, but the actuator and custom movements were handled by the Harmonia College. Try this on and move it. I tried raising the nerve transmitted more than before. What?
確かにスムーズになっているな。しかし動きが若干軽いような気がする。
I thought about the burden and tightened the artificial muscles. If I increase the torque any more, the adjustment will be tough.
いや、構わない。やってくれ。これでもお前の腕は信用しているからな。少々じゃじゃ馬になっても必ず使いこなしてみせる。
Alright, if you say so, I'll give it a shot. Thatcher's request was about making her arm into a weapon for battle, not a tool for use in her daily life. To fulfill her request, Finn did his best.
すまないな。この腕を失った時、剣士としての私は死んだと思った。少なくとも一戦での活躍は無理だと。それが今でも姫様の騎士を続けていられる。すべてお前やマルチナ殿や錬金術師の英知あってのことだ。
We're being helped by you too, Sasha. The way you fight with both your sword and prosthetic arm is dependable and useful.
うん、そうだ。この恩は働きで返そう。これからも姫様や姫様の大切にするハルモニア派を守ることでな。それが私の騎士としての矜持。最近はそう思うようになった。
Further adjustments were being made on the hand. After several trials, Sasha flexed her elbow and gave a firm nod.
これでいい。仕上げてくれ。
Got it. I'll set the gears to ease the friction on the artificial muscles, so switch between them as needed.
これだな。うん。 簡単なメンテナンスくらいは自分でできるようにしておくべきか。そうだ、砂塵やダスト用のフィルターの改良もマルチナ殿に依頼していたのだったな。
Are you going on the next expedition?
当然だ。そのためにできる限りの手を打っているところなのだからな。
I mean, like, look, if Celeste is going, then of course Sasha's gonna come with. Everyone was preparing for the upcoming expedition to Or, which would determine the fate of Soshi. Tin understood where she was coming from.
そういえば打てる手といえばもう一つあったな。
I like the sound of this. Tin notices Sasha staring at him and tilted his head. Oddly enough, her cheeks seemed rather red.
貴様には妙な特殊能力があったな。確か賢者の石の共鳴増幅とかいうあの力、今一度借りられないか。
That's definitely one way of asking for sex. That's a sudden request to borrow his power. He lent it to Sasha in the past, but that was only for emergency purposes. The fact that she willingly brought it up stimulated Shin. To amplify the resonance,
しかし貴様と私は同志だろ。遠征を成功に導くためには手段を選んではいられん。
Sasha. A real hand touched Shin's wrist. She brought it up to her chest and looked at him as if she were inspecting him.
私に力をくれないか、シン。戦うための力、それに生き残るための思いを。
Wait, we're given a choice here? Sasha's eyes wavered. Shin. Oh, we do get a choice. I mean, you know, how can I not? Shake my head. Oops, sorry. I'm picking the no option first. Shin shook his head. Sasha lightly smiled. Perhaps she expected that. She appeared lonely, but was despaired. What?
貴様も罪な男だな。しかし私も姫様に恨まれたくはないか。
Well, I mean, like, you know, Celeste and Sasha no, Sasha.
案ずるな。賢者の石に頼らずとも、私は私なりの方法で貴様たちの力になってみせる。
Like, look, all I'm gonna say is there are prime threesome opportunities in this game, right? Namtar and Enri, Celeste and Sasha, Maltina and Fren, right? Like, and then Arya and Sonya, I guess. I mean, you know, she was her first student, I guess. Sasha clenched her prosthetic hand before tapping in Shin's chest. It wasn't full force, but he felt a strong thump against him. She cracked a few ribs.
義手のこと助かったぞ。遠征の決行日が決まったら知らせてくれ。
So, if you have any questions about how to mention it, feel free to ask me.
当てにさせてもらう。
Sasha lightly waved before leaving the workshop. Cool. Unfortunately, I'm not that kind of guy. So, all right, if that's what you want. He took her hands and nodded. a warm right hand and a mechanical left. So at the moment, you can almost feel her emotions flowing from both.
後で暗くなったらお前の部屋に行く。それで構わないか？
Yeah. To Sasha's whisper, Shin's heart fluttered, though he kept his cool on the outside and casually nodded. Epic. And now the last side story with Celeste and Shin. Let's get into it. One day before the expedition to Ore, Shin was out gathering materials in preparation. There were no signs of oblivion in the area, and it didn't seem too dangerous, so Celeste came along as well.
こんな風に自由にフィールドワークできるなんて久しぶり。不謹慎かもしれないけど、なんだか心がウキウキしてくるわね。
Yeah, we've been so busy we were only using what we had on hand to formulate, or just simply ordered things.
ええ、真のおかげで時間ができたわ。素材集めはもちろん、送信契約もできたらいいわね。
I knew you'd say that, so I did some research about what kind of gods were active in this area. He invited Celeste so she too could relax. That was why he chose this area where they could casually do field work. Of course, Shin wanted to spend time alone with Celeste as well.
シン、あそこ送信がいるわ。
Where?
あそこよ。あの大きな岩のところ。
Is it the big rock? Celeste was hasty with her words and was already dashing off. Shin followed while searching for the said god.
待ってください。
Oh, it's a knocker, I think. As Celeste called out, the small figure who tried to hide between the rocks suddenly paused. Was the base of the god a rabbit? It was wearing a helmet a construction worker would wear, and his ears were standing straight up from the gap.
見たところファミリア級みたい。シン、どんな送信かわかる？
Yeah, he gives a lot of fortune. Not as much as Mimic, but, you know, he's useful. Seems like a knocker. That finds mining locations or a variant. If we can form a contract, maybe it can tell us where to find good ores. As a test, Shin pulled out an ore he had on hand. Activate ether gear, polishing.
シン、何をするつもり？
I'm going to show the god how I sharpen the ore. It's off the cuff, and I can't spend much time on it, but it'll become a stone tool, at least. To form a contract with the god, it's an important factor to show what alchemists can do. If he really was a knocker, and knew where the ore sources were, showing him crafting abilities would be great proof.
でもウサギさん、あまり関心がなさそうだけど。
It's because he sucks at crafting. Huh? Shin polished the ore with his ether gear. The bunny turned away unconcerned. Instead, he put his face against Celeste's luggage and sniffed.
私の持ち物に興味があるの？
Why don't you take your stuff out?
ええ、と言っても大したものは持ってきてないけど、お弁当とかハンカチとか。
Okay, hang on. Celeste, the god seems to be reacting to that package.
これ？
Celeste opened the wrapping paper and pulled out a white object shaped like a brick. Cocaine? I mean... It's the slimy soap trap!
名前つけないで。
But why is it reacting to the soap? He's played Modern Warfare before, you know. He knows. The rabbit sniffed the soap as if it were about to take a bite.
これは食べ物じゃないわ。あ、うさぎさん。
Oh, it ran off.
向こうで振り返って、まるでついてこいって言ってるみたい。
Oh, is it leading us to a hot spring? We looked at each other, but they were determined enough and didn't need to bother checking.
追いかけましょう。
Alright. And then, Rabbit God guided them to an unexpected place. What? What the fuck happened after that? They just never mind. You know, I'm not gonna question it. At least, look, at least 89%, holy. At least it wasn't what I thought was gonna happen, where the rabbit was sniffing like the lingerie, right? Thank God it wasn't that. Because we all know anime is weird with stuff like that. Anyway, we have finally gone through all of the side stories. It took 2.5 streams, but we got through it. So let's hurry up and get into the main story. That morning, the weather was surprisingly clear, unlike the past few days. Those going on the expedition gathered in front of the Cagliostro Academy. With the Harmonia College in the center, other colleges and military units were serving as backup. Size-wise, it was smaller than the previous expedition, yet many elite members took part.
今回の主役は貴様や姫様たちだ。何としても人々に希望をもたらす成果を。共に戦おう。シン。
ダストの最悪から人々を守る。今度こそドールを本来の使い方で役立ててみせますわ。
Thank God.
ソシエを守りたい思いはここにいる誰もが同じです。だからきっとうまくいきますよね、シンさん。
Yeah, of course. After exchanging greetings with Sasha, Altina and the other members taking part in the expedition, Shin made his way toward the Harmonia College.
いよいよですね、シンくん。ついにこの日が来たわ。
Yes, it has finally come, and so have I. Wait.
私たちが大津遠征に挑む日が。まずはシャマシュの太陽の神殿へ。ナモタルも行くぞ。シンについてく。
I mean, look, Kyubei already told us we can't go to the edge of Sochi without having all of the origin powers, so of course we have to go to Shamash's temple first. After forming a contract with the final origin, we'll go to the edge of Sochi. They all formed a circle and nodded to each other.
せっかくですし、リーダーから一言いただきましょうか。
Huh?
リーダーって。
Yeah, which one? Who's gonna be the leader? They all looked at each other in confusion.
ソニア先生、お願いします。
Okay, well, that works.
私ですか？でもハルモニア派の代表は今はアリアさんですし。
Yeah, but like, you're hotter, and you're an adult. Wait, but they're all meant to be 18.
それは
You're
先
more of
生
an
が
adult.
負傷したから代理で務めていただけですよ。こうして復帰した以上、代表は以前のようにソニア先生です。
You're the actual leader of Harmonia College.
そうは言っても、
家臣浄化やオーズ遠征の実現まで持ってきたのはアリアさんたちの功績でしょ。私の出る幕ではありませんよ。でもいえ、ここはアリアさんが。
The two held their palms out and shoved the duty back and forth. Okay, I definitely see threesome potential now. What?
いきなりグダグダ。
Hey, you guys. Shin stepped forth, attempting to calm Arya and Miss Sonia down.
そうだわ。ここはシン君にリーダーをやってもらいましょう。
Ah, god damn it. I knew they were gonna push it on me.
賛成です。ハルモニア派の主催と遠征のリーダーが同じである必要はないですもんね。
But what? He only stepped in to stop the two, but Shin was shocked at the unexpected change in matters.
いいかもしれませんわ
Oh.
ね。賢者の石を宿し、オリジンと契約するシンは、この遠征のキーマンに違いありませんわ。
Look, just because I've slept with all of the origins except Shamash, doesn't mean I'm qualified to lead.
僕もそう思います。シンさんがいなかったら、今回のような遠征はできなかったはずですから。
私もシンを推薦するわ。賢者の石のことだけではなく、シンの意志は私たちが阻止への果てに挑む原動力になってくれる。
God damn it.
私はセレスティアーナ姫の騎士ですが、姫様がそうおっしゃるなら。
Why does everyone have to agree? Shin stood there stunned. The people around him voiced their approval, creating a mood that made it impossible for him to refuse. But I'm afraid of
お
public
言葉をい
speaking.
ただけまして、シン。
Well,
どうぞ。
fuck you, Arya. It should have been you.
どうぞどうぞ。
And fuck you. It should have been you as well, Sonya.
どうぞ。
Okay, I can't say fuck you to Namtar. What the? Namtar, you too? It seemed like he could not escape. After a lengthy sigh, Shin gave in and stepped forward in front of everyone. This expedition is the quest for the truth. Our world has been subject to the calamity of the dust, yet we only have a limited amount of knowledge regarding this dust. Where does it come from? Why does it invade our land? How can we stop it? Shin paused his words for a moment bore eyeing the participants in dramatic pause. Too long of a pause. We're going to find that out. We will form a contract with the origin of the sun, Shamash, visit the Apostles' workshop, and meet Astarte, the god of wisdom. So, I want you to lend me your strength. I need your help to make this expedition a success. Cheers and applause were heard from the crowd, and everyone clapped. Shin scratched his cheek in embarrassment, to hide his embarrassment. Once again, he looked at each and everyone's face and nodded.
いい挨拶でしたわよ、シン。
Yeah, it could have been better.
やっぱりシンがリーダーで正解だったみたいね。私には分かってたんだから。
Easy for you to say.
でもみんなシンを認めてるの。これだけ多くの錬金術師や軍の人がシンのことをリーダーと受け入れてる。
シンさん、すごいです。
Well, I haven't done anything yet. What we need to accomplish lies ahead of us. It hasn't been too long since we entered the Cagliostro Academy of Magic. Oh, but so much has happened. The expedition to Ore would be one of his results. Let's go beyond the desert to the edge of Sochi. The shit at the center, a loud roar echoed throughout the area. Okay, let's get going. Across the horizon, beyond the many dunes, was a reddish smoke rising. The smoke mixed with the dust in the air, creating a cloud-like mist, like reddish-brown film across the sky, like.
パステルスモークののろしですわ。ご覧なさい。向こうからも。
A red like smoke like. So that's how they communicate between groups.
本当はもっと鮮やかなバラのような赤色の予定だったのですが、仕方ありませんわね。
Well, this is good enough to coordinate. We've been progressing at a good pace too. The expedition team passed the northern forest, reached the point where they previously stopped. Well, you know, that was due to Agrippa and Cube at the same time, so...
砂嵐の兆候はまだ見られない。進めそうよ、シン。
隊を両翼に広げ、異変にいち早く対応する策は今のところうまく機能しているな。あとはキャンプを設営する場所を見つけられればいいのだが。
I have an idea for that.
あそこのことね、シン。
The oasis. Yeah, I think Cube should be waiting for us there. Yep. And half a day later, after the sunset, group reached their destination.
やっと着いた。よかった。遭難しなくて。
Nah, I remembered where we were supposed to go. Yeah. With the quicksand and fighting last time, we only had a vague idea where this was located. And I'm glad the oasis was still here. Within the deadly desert, it was almost hard to believe how clean the air was. Seeing the moon reflected against the swaying waters, he couldn't help but feel a sense of relief.
カイマや砂嵐を避けるために迂回したから思ったより時間がかかってしまったわね。疲れたの。早く休みたいのだわ。
Nice work, Henry. But before that, Finn glanced around the oasis and searched for the owner of this place. Within the grass, he noticed a small figure moving around and approached her.
これ気をつけよ。足元に我の大事な盆栽があるでな。
Oh, oops. Oh, sorry.
よう来たな、シン。ここまでは無事にたどり着けたようで何よりじゃ。
I came back for seconds, baby. What? Thank you, Cube. So I need a quick favor. Can we use this as our base for the expedition? Pilgrimage? We have a lot to do, like forming a contract with Shamash and visiting the Apostles' Workshop.
構わんが、条件がある。
And plus, you know, the artists don't want to create another background for the menu screen, you know. You get it, Cube. Conditions.
オアシスで育つ植物の種や苗でも持ってくればよかったかしら。
And began to search his belongings, wondering if he had something similar.
不要じゃ足りておるわ。我は地のオリジンじゃぞ。
Yeah, she literally made those seeds. So, what are the conditions?
お約束事のようなものじゃ。このオアシスを汚さず、草木の一本に至るまで敬意を払え、というな。
Okay, well, look, if something happens, it's not my fault. I can't control all of these people. Of course we will.
砂漠の大切な自然。キュベ様の作られた素敵な庭園ですもの。よかろう。オアシスをお主らの拠点として使うことを認めよう。
Thank you, Cube.
ありがとうございます。我も心尽くしをしてやろう。ほれ、水の。呼んだかしら
She just shows up. Huh? This voice. He heard a familiar voice from his gauntlet. Shin turned around surprised and peered into his ether gear on his forearm. Is that you, Apsu?
水臭いわね。エレメントの契約をした仲じゃない。
あなたのことはいつでも見守ってるわ。
Okay, that sounds a bit yandere-ish, but I'm okay with it.
そういうことでな、お主にも協力してもらうぞ、水野。
ええ、もちろん。事情は分かってるわ。いつでもいいわよ。
ではシンよ、チコを寄れ。
Uh-huh. Sure. Shin seemed confused, but Kyubei raised her hand to his forehead. He felt an invisible wave against him. What was that?
お主の記憶を読み取っていた。地のオリジンとしての権能があれば、大地に投影することができるでな。
You've been getting busy with so many people, haven't you, Shin? You didn't need to look at those parts, Kyubei.
もっともそれには地脈などの条件があるんだけどね。
Memories on the ground?
まあ見ておれ。
Kyubei moved her hand away from Shin's forehead and then pointed to the ground. A spell circle emerged as he was blinded from the white light. What the?
この術式はまさか。
Flashback, Jesus. Where are we? As the light died down, the scenery was no longer the oasis in the desert they were in. That place was all too familiar for Shin and his friends of the Harmonia College. Nah, pause. Don't tell me that they're gonna that they're going to do this so that they can use the excuse that so they can use Harmonia College background as the menu for the rest of the expedition.
工房？ハルモニア派の。
すごい、匂いとか空気感までそのまま。
真の記憶を元に再現しておるからな。まあ細かな違いはあるかもしれぬが。
投影術式、原理的にはコスモの海板の応用でしょうか。
海板の代わりにここの地脈を使っておる。
あくまで蜃気楼のようなものだから再現できる範囲に限界はあるんだけどね。でも体を休めたり探索の準備を整えるのには使えるでしょ。
I was right.
拠
God
点と
damn
し
it.
ては十分なものだと思うわ。
ええ、素晴らしいです。さすがオリジンの剣の。こんなことまでできてしまうなんて。持ち込んだ物資とこの設備が使えるなら補給も思った以上にはかどりそうだね。
もちろんじゃ。我らがここまで肩入れをするんじゃから役立ててもらわねば困るぞ。
With that said, Kyubei snapped her fingers. Same light flashed before the scenery returned to normal.
みんな、それでは今日はここで休みましょう。各自体調を整えて明日に備えること。と、リーダーはシンくんでしたね。
Oh, it's okay. He said exactly what I wanted to. The expedition team rested comfortably despite exploring in the deadly desert. The next morning, it was the first time Shin slept so well since he left for the expedition. He went to the stream to wash his face, but spotted someone there already.
おはようございます。その顔だとよく眠れたようですね。
Yes, and you as well. Sonia didn't appear too tired and looked refreshed. Chuckled slightly as Shin tilted his head in confusion.
寝癖がついていますよ。
Look, the sprite says otherwise. Really? Didn't reach for his head.
逆です。そっちじゃなくて。これは強情そうな寝癖ですね。溶かしてあげましょうか。
I knew it. Oh, but
いいからじっとして。アリアさんたちにまで笑われたくないでしょ。
I mean, you know. Oh, never mind. Thank you. She just pulled a comb out of her cliff. It's a fucking dimensional pocket. Of course she did. Shin got fidgety, thinking he felt her warmth left in her comb. Oblivious to his nervousness, Sonia got behind Shin and began to brush his hair.
何やら羨ましいことをしてもらっておるな、坊や。
Wait, are you talking to me or her? Yube, this is...
ソニアよ。次は我も頼むぞ。昨夜の礼も兼ねてな。
she was talking to me.
はい。わかりました、キュベ様。
Nah, I want to comb her hair. Thanks. But all that happened yesterday... was... Wait, what? Huh? Thanks, but all that happened yesterday was Miss Sonia getting groped. What?
それがあの時、揉まれながら汗がブワーって出て、肩のこりとかがなくなりまして。
What the fuck happened last night?
よく眠れたじゃろう。我の秘伝の技じゃ。
Right. I see. Ah shit, new Nvidia drivers. Urged by Cube, Sonia began to take care of her hair. Shin watched as Miss Sonia carefully combed her hair, her long scattered locks.
ところでシンよ。太陽の神殿への道は開いておいてやったぞ。
Oh. Temple of the Sun. Shimash's sanctuary.
まずはそこを目指すのじゃろ。流砂や砂嵐に惑わされることなく行けるはずじゃ。
That's great. Thanks, Cube.
太陽のオリジンの試練、見事乗り越えてみよ。期待しておるぞ。
Cube nodded firmly while Miss Sonia continued to take care of her hair.
キュベ様、私からも一つお尋ねしてよろしいですか？なんじゃソニア、言うてみ。お聞きしたいのは、フランスは・プレラーティという名の一人の錬金術師のことです。
See, I don't know how to pronounce I mean Francois, right? Okay, actually I get that's that should be the name of the head of the Harmonic College, Miss Sonia. Before Miss Sonia, she was Miss Sonia's mentor and Sonia greatly respected her.
今回の遠征より以前、フランソワ教授はオーズを目指す旅に出ました。そしてこの砂漠で行方を絶ったんです。キュベ様なら何か知っていると思って。錬金術師の巡礼とな。そういえば侵食現象が活発化する少し前に、そのような一団が砂漠を縦断しようとしていたか。
Okay, well, you're thinking of the three sages there.
それです。私もそれに参加していました。だけど途中で脱落してしまって、フラン先生だけが。
Wait, there was a second expedition?
いたたた、これ引っ張るでない。ごめんなさい。
It seems like it seemed she's grown a little too enthusiastic, started to comb quite roughly. Miss Sonia bowed an apology and gazed up with a serious expression.
せっかくじゃが我にはわからぬな。祖師への果てより戻ってきておれば見つけられたじゃろうが。
そうですか。
Must mean they never returned from the depths of the desert. Sonia sighed in disappointment. Sonia.
大丈夫ですよ、シンくん。落ち込んではいられません。フラン先生の後を追いかけてようやくここまで来たんですから。
その息じゃ、お主らは正しい道を歩んでおる。焦らずに自信を持って進めばよい。
はい、キュベ様。
差し当たっては。
Kibe turned to the side. Beyond her gaze was smoke rising from some food, while Enri, Arya, and the others were waving. Oh boy.
まずは腹ごしらえじゃな。
Look, I would not recommend eating any of the food Arya makes. Thanks to Cube releasing the barriers, the quicksand that was blocking their way to the center of the desert reduced in size. Spotting the change from the dunes, they were relieved.
よかった。これなら進めそうね。
昨日までと同じように後続班は別ルートを取って紹介を行う。またオアシスの拠点にも人員を残すことになった。
Well, just keep going to the Temple of the Sun. We'll just keep going to the Temple of the Sun. Their upcoming journey consisted of an endless bland scenery filled with dunes stretched across the horizon. Crossing the sea of sand to reach their destination wasn't as easy as it sounded. Encounters with ash demons were also to be expected. Nevertheless, let's go. Jamash is waiting. Shin's voice, the expedition team began advancing into the deadly desert once again. Here it is. Is it combat time? Yeah, I knew it. Yes. I was confused at whether or not that was the Sonya save before the hot springs. But you know, Sonya's, Celeste's, but you know, Celeste's scene did not have a choice. It just abruptly cut off, you know. I didn't expect to get press of Nereus, but no, pleasant surprise. I see an opportunity. Let's get through this fight. I'm glad that they aren't ash demons. You know, I would like some new crests, right? I think we all do. We haven't had any. You know, Namtar just casually doing 1k on an AoE skill. It's just you know, just Namtar things. You understand, right? Okay, I already have Rat. I don't want another Geno miss. Okay, so those are probably the three, right? So I guess I will... Let's go for a few more, right? Okay, there's Lizard, that's a fourth. And Nereus, that's a fifth. Okay, so the best one is probably gonna be Rat. What does Nereus do again? Water element boost. Right. Or useless. What? I didn't say that. I mean, look. The rat ain't any better. Where is she? Right? You know, I don't have her any. I don't have her on anyone. But still, she's cuter. Yeah. I mean, you can argue all you want. Nereus, she's pretty cute as well, but the shell, you know. So, let's keep going until I get rat again. Unless the game wants to fuck me over. Okay, never mind. Alright. Get some resting done first.
休憩しよ
What does this look like? Okay. Go back to this fight. Oh boy.
敵の匂いだぞ
Don't you dare go invisible.
アーマーディバイドインビジブルツリー
God damn it.
シンフォニックギア
フィルムレインフィルムレイン
Of course he does. Alright.
アーマーディバイドエクセレントターン
ソードブレイカー
ダブルスラットダブルスラット
ヒートストリング アーマーディバイド
シュラウタミリン
使命のために
I got
もっ
another
と強
Nereus.
くなるの
Cool, I guess.
ここで少しリラックス
Okay, look, to be honest, I thought it was going to be a unique encounter because it was a one-way and it was the only one-way, you know.
頑張ったご褒美は
Never mind, though.
なんか拾ったぞなんか拾ったぞ
Uh-oh. Oh. No. I could get both. Okay, no. I was overthinking things. I was like, I have to sacrifice one of the chests. I was like, no, that isn't the case.
かかってらっしゃいなアーマーディバイドフィルムレインフィルムレイン自分の信念をどこまでも貫くまで
All right,
よくわかんないけ
let's
ど
get you.
これいいものか
私を満足させるものかしら
Activate the trap first, right? And then we heal up.
休むのも仕事のうちね もらっていきましょう
But okay, well, this one is one way only. But that's because, well, at least it's not the difference between two chests. It's the difference between a trap and a question mark. I wonder what I'm going for.
アーマーディバイドシンフォニックギ
スピニングシャッター。
アインビジブルツリーフィルムレイン使命のためにもっと強くなるの。
おい、見つけた。
Oh! Dragon meat? Hang on. I can finally make something. Now I don't know what to make. I don't know what I should make though. I'm gonna have to hold it off, right? Like, okay. Let me see. Let me think here. Okay, so there is the Earth Circuit, which I don't really need. There is the Fairy Claw, which might be pretty good. And you know, I used Machina for the Trick Net and Invisible Tree. The Trick Net doesn't poison anymore, unfortunately. So get rid for Fairy Claw is pretty viable because of the Invisible Tree, right? And then there's also Overcast here. So that's pretty good. There's 2 AoEs and a Bind Flash which can paralyze. And I mean, Tricknet... Tricknet can't paralyze. Never mind. So Fairy Claws might be good. Look, Earth Circuit, I haven't used Aria since I got Maltina, so I don't see that as viable. And Mithril Hilt is the only other one. Compared to Knights of Honor, Holy Prayer, which is an AoE heal, versus Guardian Oath, which is a taunt essentially. Pretty good. Look, Mithril Hilt, I guess it could be good, right? But I use Barrier, and I've only used Barrier I've only used Barrier now, right? I don't use her as an attacker, I use her as a defender. So Knights of Honor is honestly probably the best slot she has at the moment. I'm not gonna waste the dragon meat to get Mithril Hilt. Fairy Claws is the only viable one I can make right now. Because well, Shin's needs a Horn of Crimson Blaze. I can't make that. And I don't use Arya. I don't use Sonya, and even she needs a Ruby, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Maltina. See, I haven't made Fairy Baton, so I don't know what her next weapon would be. So what I'm gonna do? Hang on. I'm going to quick save, and I'm going to make this What do you have? Okay, so first of all, she doesn't have the attack buff on anyone else other than C+ and below weapons. Interesting. But look, infinite roll is really good, is the thing. And I don't know if I should be sacrificing the attack buff for the damage, right? I mean, to be fair, Namtar does ludicrous amounts of damage with her cross vanish, right? So if I could get a ruby, I just think it's not a matter of if. That I look, it's been a while since I've crafted anything, right? Look, okay, look, first of all, let's quick load. Look, I have no excuse. Ruby is... I could make 2 at the moment for free, essentially. And I have enough Heliodor to make another Ruby, right? I've essentially been hoarding my shit. It's just, what is the downside to switching to Dark Demon Cutter over Trident of Ass? Double Thrust, Pilum Rain, Spiral Lance, Pierce Pike, Cross Vanish. What is Black Roof? Defense effect to all allies 35%. 50%. Okay, hang on. Pilum Rain, 108. Pilum Rain, 108. Okay. Harpoon Hood. What is a single attack? Target inside gain. All allies. I see. That is the same as the defense I have? I don't remember. Cross Halberd is the same as double thrust. Hang on. No. Cross Halberd is not the same. It is a 2x attack, but it is not an identical attack. It is random. Pierce Pike is the same. Oh. I mean, look. Spiral Lance that is pretty useful for the defense decrease, right? I don't know if it does more than Cross Vanish on Dark Demon Cut. Fuck. I am conflicted. And it's hard for me to test it at the moment. It'll probably be a while before I get Horns of Crimson Blaze. So I shouldn't worry about Shin's weapon. He's still got the Piss Saber. And I think Pharaoh Claws is just what I should put on what I should just craft with the dragon meat, right? So now, I'm conflicted on Namtar's weapon. And the question is, does the defense is getting rid of the defense decrease worth it? Do we have more damage on the Cross Vanish? And the answer to that is, I don't know. But what I do know is fuck it. I will make it. You know what? Fuck it. More damage on Namtar. I'll take all of it. Also Black Chainsaw. Hang on. Let me look up her other items first. Yikes. I see. She gets Spiral Drill back. Essentially replaces Pilum Rain with Flash Rain, which is more. If only I could make a Sapphire, I would. If only I could make a Sapphire, I would. But I now know. Okay. Giving Namtar Dark Demon Cutter are bad. But now my next goal is Black Chainsaw, because there aren't any downsides to it, unlike with Black Demon Cutter. A bit to Trident of Ash. Fuck. I just need a Sapphire now. Where's my blue dye? I need to dye my my ruby. Oh, hello, Saint Quartz. I was having a dilemma. Okay, that on what to put on Namtar. Because okay, let me explain what the dilemma is basically. All right, so I have used Trident of Ash on Namtar since I got her. I've been using it, and it's pretty useful. Pilum Rain does a lot of damage because of the double cast AoE. Cross Vanish is the best secret attack in the game. So of course I need to keep Cross Vanish, which I did. So then what I was conflicted on is Spiral Lance, which decreases defense, right? So but the question was, does Spiral Lance decreasing the defense do more than if I put on an A tier weapon? Me guessing Dex is already asleep. Yes. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll make her A tier weapon. Cross Vanish will probably do more damage on Dark Demon Cutter without the defense decrease than Trident of Ash with the defense decrease, right? And then Black Chainsaw comes out here and is like, hey, I'm just a better version, and all of the problems you had with Dark Demon Cutter is gone, because now they have Spiral Drill, which decreases the defense. So, you know, and I can't even make it because it requires a Sapphire, and I can only craft up to a Ruby. I also got Dragon Meat. That's the main reason why I was looking so deeply into new equipment. Because, well, as you can see, Namtar's B tier, Celeste's B tier, Arya's B tier requires Dragon Meat. Wait, I saw Dragon Meat again. Well, okay, no, the basically only ones that I was worried about. Yeah. And I stuck with Edry having dragon meat, but I'm probably gonna hold off on that. Right. Okay, hang on. It's also a pretty big place.
立ちふさがるなら戦うしかない。
I see. I wish I could help, but yeah. Since I don't play Ars Magna. Look, I wish there was a resource that I could go to for advice, but no one plays Ars Magna. That's the problem.
これが私の騎士道よ。
ここで体を休めよう。
Alright, let's go back. And kill the hoe.
ナムタ、友達、守る。
アーマーディバイド。シンフォニックギア。
スピニングシャッタ
フィルムレイン。もう大丈夫だぞ。敵の匂い消えた。よくわかんない
Another crimson pelt. Nice.
これいいものか。
疲れたの。
Where does this one way go? Okay, it goes all the way to the end. Well, here's what I'm gonna do first then.
よかった。見つけたのね。
Okay. Oh my. I mean, Dexter was right. You get this shit really late game. I can't not get Shin's next weapon, right? Here's what I'll do. I'll save. I'll look at his weapon. Why is his B+ so much easier to make? And so is the excuse me, what do you mean? I can look at this shit. I can make another ruby and literally craft his A tier. Like, huh? Is it because he's the MC? Look, I got the dragon meat, I got the horns of Crimson Blaze at the same time, right? Let me do this then. Okay, Henry's next weapon requires horns of Crimson Blaze and a ruby. Okay, so what I'm sensing is that there is, I mean, it's just a, I almost quick saved. It is a, how do I say, I don't know what to refer to it as. But I mean, I can't not get Mithril Saber. Look, the reason Namtar's secret attack does so much is because it attacks multiple times, and then Mithril Saber comes around with Rushing Blade, and it attacks one more time than Namtar's. So now I can't not craft it. And then of course Dragon Saber has the same skill. Let me see here. Okay, Swordbuster, Blade Shot. Hey, I know Blade Shot. That's the skill that Shin always uses in battle, in the cutscenes. That shit hasn't been in my arsenal since my D tier. Welcome back. Let me see. Okay, Knuckle Bunker is raise physical damage and physical vulnerability on the enemy. Hang on. Okay, Chain Blade is an upgraded version of Spinning Shot. Dragon Edge is a fire skill that shoot effect corresponding to attack attribute compared to Thunder Edge. Okay, so Thunder Edge and Dragon Edge are the same but with different attributes, different elements. Needle Shot is an AoE, and Venom Shot can poison. Right. So here's what I'm gonna do. Congrats, Shin. You and Namtar have a new weapon. It only took until now before we finally got one. Got you one, but here it is. Look, okay. Here is my issue at the moment. Currently, I haven't faced any difficulties in my battles, and now that I've upgraded two of the best, well, okay, the best damage dealer in the game, Namtar, and gave Shin a competitive, a viable secret attack on par with Namtar's. Look, all I'm gonna say is, I might feel bad for the bosses. That's all I'm gonna say.
アーマーディバイドフィルムネインフィルムネイン当然の結果というものですわね。
I mean, okay, as you saw, Namtar's AoE can crit for 1,000. I wasn't that surprised because her previous weapon could have already done that. So, you know. I felt bad for the normal enemies. Okay, look, I've always felt bad for the normal enemies. Other than the enemies that moved before us, none of them stood a chance. Right? Like the genomes, those guys, you know, I don't feel bad for them because they've got a what is it, an invincibility skill. You know. Oh. Nice job, nice critting, Namtar.
よし、この調子でいこう。
気をつけて来るのだわ。
Maybe I should have saved. I really want another Naga, but at the same time, actually, no. I might respec Shin because of his new brushing blade, right? I might respec Shin to give him a Naga. Defense effect on an invoker, activation speed, cuts down on damage, reload. Hang on. Excuse me? Is this... Okay, so releases all abnormal statuses, right? Does that mean that's just a 0 mana cost cleanse? I need to check this out. Okay, that's a pretty cool skill. That was a pretty cool animation for Namtar's counter. I see. I mean, look, unfortunately, I can't really show the cleansing effect because no one was debuffed. And then also, of course, Dusk Edge, which replaces the normal attack, which is also 0 cost. This increases his attack power. Because why wouldn't it? Oh. I see. Now the next question is, should I respec Shin to give him Naga? And I think the answer will be yes. Okay, so I've cleared out everything here. And then the exclamation mark is going to be like it's going to be a story section, or it's just going to open up more of the map, right? I can see this part being opened up a bit. Alright, but first, quick save. So now I've committed to Shin's new weapon. And let's go to the crests. And I know who I can replace. It's Naka. Right. And I think that is a good idea. I might have to... Okay, so, look, okay, Salaman's pretty good because of the fire effect, right? Whatever, the fire ability. In terms of skills, not that good. In terms of the stats, pretty good. Question is, should I I already have Nightmare on him, never mind. Okay. Boon is pretty good. He gives more fire than Salamander, but less attack. because the I think I will replace. You know, the 10 attack increase, it's all right. Is it better than Boons? Well, is Salamander better than Boon? I mean, not objectively. They could probably work. They could probably both work in certain situations. Okay, hang on. First of all, Shin, show me your. I back my Wi-Fi has been odd. That's a odd habit of kicking itself. I see. Okay, so that is a physical. Oh boy, I have an idea. So he has 4 skills that are physical. That means I can spec him with an Apprentice Grim Reaper. Ooh. Chin's gonna be doing some damage now. And also has the attacking prop. Oh boy. Okay, I was right. It does open up. I am excited. I'm excited to see what the magnifying glass will be. You know, the last 2 we had was a dragon meat and a why am I blanking? A crimson horn. I like how Needle Shot and Pilum Rain have similar costs. Pilum Rain, Needle Shot is literally just a weaker version of Pilum Rain, and you know what? I'm all for it. Also, welcome back, St. Quartz. So, quick save. What crest can I get? Nereus? Eh. Lizard? Eh. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern that we're gonna get the same 5 crests. Okay, genome. Yeah. Genome. Lizard. Alright, yeah, whatever. Okay, there's the exit. So, let's see. Okay, well, it's not as good as Dragon Meat or the Crimson Horn, but I'll take 3 of the thing, the Golden Apple Branch. I almost forgot the name. I think that's the name. Don't look it up. I got a rat. I see. Okay, hang on. Let me... I want to try Knuckle Bunker. I guess we won't get to see what
錬金術の奥義は
what Knuckle Bunker will do because because Namtar just wiped them all out. Good on you, Queen.
ここで少しリラックス。
Okay, well if I'm gonna do that, you know, I may as well kick out Shins, right? All hail Namtar, you already know.
立ちふさがるなら戦うしかない。
先陣を切るアーマーディバイド。シンフォニックギア。フィルムネイ。
Okay, well, Namtar once again out here stealing Shin's thunder. Shin, you've got one more shot. Let me down. Maybe I shouldn't use Pill on Rain. You know what? Fuck it. If Namtar kills them all before Shin does, that's on him.
先陣を切るアーマーディバイド。フィルムネイ。
That's honestly a skill issue, so...
ラッシングブレード。
Okay, 2200 is alright.
頑張った
It,
ご褒美は
it's
他にはいいな
pretty on par with Namtar's Cross Vanish. So, you know, I don't regret.
よくわかんないけどこれいいものか
I'm glad that I finally got a ruby. I thought that I would be stuck being forced to craft them for the rest of my life, but no, that is a pleasant surprise. What do you think? That skill of Shin is a random 6 hit. Yes, that's why it is great on bosses, because those random 6 hits are guaranteed on one enemy. That's why multi-hit secret attacks are the highest damage dealing attacks in the game. And that is why Cross Vanish does so much. Because it is multi-hit. Maltina also has a multi-hit, right? But it doesn't do as much, unfortunately. With infinite roll, right? Yeah, the Cross Vanish's base attack and Infinite Roll's base attack is the same. They're both physical. It is just the difference of stats. With Golden Scepter having an attack of 25 and Trident of Ash has an attack of 75. Okay, first, let me check. Noble Conductor, right? Let's see. Okay, well, okay, look, it's a cool name, but the damage output is not going to be that good. It's not going to be that great. My only gripe with Maltina is that Sword Grinder is very useful, right? It is so useful. And unfortunately, none of her other weapons have it past C+. And, you know, I don't know why. Let's just say that the extra attack won't mean shit. So unfortunately, I feel like we're gonna be stuck with Maltina having a C+ weapon her whole life. And then, you know, the rest of them. You know, Celeste has a taunt with Guardian Oath. Sure, Holy Prayers and AoE heal, but Enri, that's why that Enri already has one. With her Magna and a cleanse. Overcast would be pretty useful. I just think that objectively Fairy Claw is the way to go. And Crimson Claw is where I should go next, right? Right. I'm not doing anything wrong here, am I? High heal Stitch into heal all Stitch. And then the high cure Stitch is the same. Bind Flash. Look, I've never used Rush String, right? Because I've never seen Enri as anything more than the healer / debuffer. So you know what? Fuck it. Enri, you're getting an upgrade because you Fairy Claw was the best out of the 3 options, and Crimson Claw I had the materials to make, so fuck it. I'm gonna quit. Shit, took your damn time, huh? Yep, there's no mistake. That's the Temple of the Sun. In the distance, a massive structure appeared, shimmering in the mirage. As they got closer, a clear outline became visible, revealing the historic structure. Let's go in. We're all tired and we should put ourselves back in order. Altina set a tube on the ground and raised the smoke signal. It was to tell the separate groups of their arrival at the temple. From the distant skies, they spotted smoke indicating their response. Upon confirmation, they made their way into the temple. I'm to fuck the sun. Well, we're gonna have to get to her first. Also, nice music. So this is the inside. This is inside the temple. It's kind of feels kind of Egyptian. Nah, I know what you're talking about. Who is Ra? The walls made of glowing material dimly lit the passage with white light. The light reflected against each other and created complex shadows and geometric patterns on the floor.
この模様に何か意味があるのかしら。
太陽神シャマシを象徴しているものだと思いますけど。そこ、誰かいるぞ。
Did Nash Demon get in? See, I can do Namtar impression, right? Reacting to the figure approaching the corner, Namtar lunged at it. Oh. Master, why is he here? Albertos, what are you doing here? The man nearly struck by Namtar's spear was Shin's master and Arya's father, Albertos. Hold it, Namtar. Stop, stop.
その人敵じゃないよ。私の父さんだから。
Oops. The tip of her spear stopped right before it reached Albertos' throat. He gulped as he wiped away his cold sweat.
驚いた。一瞬もうダメかと思った。娘の顔を思い浮かべようとしたら意外とそばにいた。
父さん、こんなところで何をしてたの？
That's what I'm asking.
ああ、それはまあ、なんというか。シャマシュに頼まれて試練の仕込みをだね。
Look. All I'm saying is, I guess she still isn't ready for my my ether gear. Never mind. That doesn't make sense. Prepare. Test as in stepping away from Namtar. He adjusted his disheveled clothes and straightened out his appearance.
オリジンから話は聞いている。君たちは太陽神との契約に来たのだろう。しかし契約には錬金術師の資質を示す必要がある。
Yes, that's what brings us here too.
ではアルベルトス様も太陽神の試練に協力をしているということでしょうか。
おこがましい話ではあるのだけどね。シャマシュ直々にシンやアリアの死らしい試練をと問われれば応じないわけにはいかないだろう。それで君たちがやってくる前にこの神殿に詰めて試練の準備を進めていたというわけだ。
ああ、そうだったのですね。
それでいきなりナムちゃんに見つけられてあの集体じゃかっこつかないけどね。
面目ない。つい準備に熱中して警戒がおろそかになっていたね。まさかもう到着していたなんて。
Yeah, I know it took you so long, Albertos. I was stalled the fuck out. Like, I spent like a good 20 minutes conflicted about what weapons I should make and what to give on characters. To hide his embarrassment, Albertos put his hand over his mouth and coughed. Master, were you that motivated to do this?
張り切りすぎた。何しろ太陽神からのお声がかりだ。それはもう私の全知全能を尽くして試練を用意したとも。実はさっきまで作業をしていてね。いろいろと手を入れたせいで危うく間に合わないところだった。
そんなに頑張らなくていいのに。それでどういった試練なの？
まあ百分は一見にしかずだ。
Albertos raised his hand. When his fingers touched the protrusion in the wall, it sunk in without much force and made the wall sink in. Moments later, a dull sound began to echo throughout the temple.
何？
This is...
建造物全体が振動して何らかの機構が作動しているみたいです。
うまく動いてくれたようだね。今神殿の構造を迷宮に組み替えているところだ。
Oh boy. Labyrinth. So the test is...
そう。私の用意した迷宮を突破し、神殿の奥にあるシャマシの祭壇にたどり着くことだ。そこにシャマシが待っているからね。
Okay, look, all I'm saying is that I hope we get some new press, because by God, I've been starving for some.
まさか神殿全体を迷宮に作り変えるなんて。 すごすぎますですが望むところですわ。かの名高い三賢人アルベルトスの試練、見事成し遂げてみせましょう。
期待しているよ。言っておくが、これはただの迷宮じゃない。錬金術師としての知識を用いなければ永久にゴールできない仕掛けになっているからね。
Albertos grinned with confidence. It was a test conducted by the sage Albertos of the Foghorn. They all knew this would not be an easy task. But...
すまない。ちょっと待ってほしい。
God damn it. No wonder Albertos took so long. He was in integration hell. That makes sense now. Huh? It's the destroyer, isn't it?
ほら、特艦で組んだから迷宮を構築する術式に不具合がね。
Oh, never mind.
すぐ直すから。
I was right. He was literally in integration hell. No wonder it took him so long.
やっぱり閉まらないな。よろしかったら手伝いましょうか。
Average code monkey experience.
ありがたい申し出だけど、迷宮の仕掛けをこれから解く君たちに見せるわけにはいかないからね。少しの間休んでいてほしい。
はあ、アルベルトス様がそうおっしゃるのでしたら。おやつにしよう。お昼寝するのもいいな。
うん。遠慮なくくつろいでいなさい。
なんだかな。
It was quite surreal. Tin and the others rested while Albertos was setting up the test. As Albertos worked on tweaking the spell, his daughter Arya quietly approached him.
父さん、本当に大丈夫？
アリアか。あまり近づいてはいけないよ。術式を見てしまったら台無しだからね。
覗いたりなんてしないよ。せっかくの試練、ズルしてクリアしても嬉しくないもの。それより父さんのことだから、準備に夢中になってあまり食事とかとってないんじゃないの？
うん。
ほら、サンドイッチ口開けて食べさせてあげる。
ああ、すまない。
Doing as he was told, he took a bite out of the sandwich. He kept his mouth at work as he munched.
おいしい。
Wait,
アリアの料理を食べるのは
I didn't read
久
that
しぶ
right.
りだな。
Kept his hands at work as he munched. God damn it.
シンと二人でどんな生活してるのかずっと心配してたんだから。
まあ、なんとかやっていたよ。
He scarfed down the first sandwich and began eyeing for the second one quickly. Arya dutifully brought the sandwich to her father's mouth.
やっぱりお腹空いてたんだ。
迷宮の構築に忙しくてすっかり忘れていたようだ。
若くないのに無理しちゃって。こんな砂漠の果てまで私たちの試練のためなんて。
Arya's tone sounded genuinely concerned rather than scolding him. Even with the help of the Origins, the desert environment was harsh. Arya knew her father would put himself second to fulfill his duty as an alchemist for the sake of others.
ねえ、父さん。
うん？なんだい？
もし私たちが試練を突破して遠征も成功させてね、オブリビオンをどうにかすることができたら、父さんまた一緒に暮らさない？今度は父さんも中央に出てきてさ、王都の外れにでも 家を建てて落ち着いて。
アリア。
Alberto stopped his work. He shoved the remainder of the sandwich in his mouth and stared into Aria's face.
それもいいかもしれないね。
本当？本当にそう思ってる？
嘘は言わないとも。けれど。
Placing his hand on Aria's head, he smiled faintly and returned to work with a serious expression.
私にもその前になすべきことがある。
父さん。
In the end, it took more than an hour until the trials in the of the labyrinth were operating normally. Oh. Okay. Let's save. 89.8%. I was sure that it was 90%. Oh. That's how you know you're stuck, because only free dungeon 7 is open, which is in the desert. I think I've done free dungeon 7, right? Surely, you know, it's I unlocked in chapter 5, so surely I did that. But you know, considering that I don't have a thumbnail, I guess I could keep going. Okay, this very much is a labyrinth. What the fuck is this? What this animation is unnecessary. But there's the exit, and there's a chest over there. There's the chest symbolized on the tile. On the tiles. Okay. The real question is, can I get everything? And the answer to that is, well, we'll have to try to find. We'll have to try our best first. Hello. I wanted some new crests, and I got one. Opal nymph. Okay, well, they definitely are a nymph. Light element boost, vigilance prop. Okay, I see. You're shit, but you know, you're cute. So like, amethyst nymph, huh? Okay, I see the theme here. We're gonna get different types of nymphs for different elements, huh? Okay. I'm not gonna equip any of them, but you know, I wouldn't mind having all of them. Ruby nymph. Right, you'd be this fire element, right? Yes. And you've got pursuit magic. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty good. Has properties that deal magical damage to all enemies at the end of the round. Oh. Actually, oh, that's pretty good though. I like pursuit magic is all I'm gonna say. The thing is, what? Oh wait, no. Pursuit magic isn't element based. Can I put it on anyone though? The real question. I kind of can. I can put it on Celeste. Right? Okay. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that one. Now. Okay, Okay, well, obviously I'm not going up there. So, Heliodor. Crap. What happens if I... Okay, well, they're just fancy schmancy animations that don't actually deal damage to you.
私の楽団にふさわしいお相手かしら。
Mommy, sorry, mommy. Sorry, what? Why is Overcast return? What? Okay. Wire chain. That's weird. Let's just hold gavel in. That icon next to for the book girl is very unique. Well, they're dead. I did not get her, but now I kind of want to. Okay, what is the question mark here?
ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。
Okay, it is a lot more straightforward than I was expecting. And there are a lot of double paths. So you can get everything. Just you know, don't fuck up. No, we didn't, Amtar. I got the map. I've got the top-down view, isometric view. I would know. Oh, really? Amtar tugged on Shin as he stopped. Turning around, he checked with Arya.
回廊を一周しちゃったみたいだね。分岐が複雑でマッピングしきれていないところがあるけど。
Let's trace our steps. I'm sure we may have missed something. And urged everyone to go back the way they came.
ねえシン、先ほどから気になっていたのだけど。後ろからこっそりついてきてるの、アルベルトス様よね。
I mean, look, this is Gmod Death Run. It's not, they aren't automated traps, is all I'm going to say. Yeah. In the direction where Celeste stared was Alberto speaking from behind the pillars. He would poke his head out and look rather hesitant.
どうしたのでしょうか。様子が変ですけど。
I mean, you know, he doesn't want his traps to malfunction. Arya, that look at Master's face.
ヒントを言いたくてうずうずしている顔だね。
Look, Albertos, I know where I'm going, okay? I don't need your help. Back when he studied alchemy under him, he'd seen him act like that. Albertos would give quizzes to them, but enjoyed giving them casual clues to help them find answers. Oh.
なんていうか、さすが無敵のアルベルトス様ですね。霧の中を進むような錬金術の探求にあって後進を教え導く東大のようなお方、それゆえに無敵の2つので呼ばれていたんでしたわね。
それじゃあ迷宮の攻略法もアルベルトスに聞けば教えてもらえるかしら。
Yeah, but that's why he's hesitant. He doesn't want to give you the answers because he doesn't want to give you any clues because then that wouldn't because you know it's a test this time, so I doubt he'd give us clues. But he really wants to. He shouldn't give clues, but he really wants to. Devta! Devta, no!
ダメだってナムちゃん、そういう進み方はダメ。
With her spear in hand, Namtar began to charge towards Albertos as Arya quickly tried to pull her back. Not knowing of this commotion, Albertos formed a fist and rooted from the distance.
でもヒントがあるならこの迷宮の構造とか分岐に明確な攻略法があるってことですよね。
Bro. Yeah. He did say that if we don't have the skill of an alchemist, we won't be able to reach the goal.
だったら闇雲に動き回るより何らかの法則性か道しるべのようなものを見つけ出した方がいいんじゃないでしょうか。
I mean, that is usually how labyrinths work, so...
でも急に言われても法則性なんて。
Yeah, the pattern is, just let me do it. Look, I know, I'm the omniscient being, I know everything. Celeste took a look around the labyrinth with a puzzled expression. Chin followed and eyed the walls and the ceilings. It seems like the walls and ceilings are made with materials that emit light.
おかげで明かりには困らされずに済んでいるな。さすがは太陽の神殿といったところか。
But doesn't that bother you? Some walls light up and some don't. The brightness varies in certain areas too.
そういう内装なんじゃないの？影も計算に入れて。
Calculate the shadows. There was a flash of inspiration. Shin reached over to his gauntlet and put his plan into action. Arya also lit her ether gear, the spiral circuit, to control some spells. Disperse water in the air, generate heat energy from the particle motions in the liquid metal, spread water vapor into a film.
表面構成、最高フィルター形成、神殿内部の発光現象を恣意的に取捨選択する。空中の鏡に光が遮られて。なるほど、そういうことですのね。
With a filter on the luminous walls, the appearance of the passage changed drastically. Instead of the entire area turning dim, the entire the structure that was shrouded in the light and shadow became apparent. We thought we were moving on our own will, but we were being lured by the light. The distance and solidness were all an illusion.
見ろ、あそこ。今まで影だと思っていたところに道が。
Seems like your point of view was correct. Peering over, they spotted Master Albertos nodding firmly with his arms crossed. They all exchanged glances as they continued their way to the new route. Oh my god. He is such a dad. Alright. Bottom path first. I don't need you guys. You know, I don't. Look.
アーマーディバイド、シンフォニックギア、オーバーカスト、
ニードルショッニードルショッ
フィルムレイン、フィルムレイン。
You know. That's pretty cool though. Dusk Edge, that's pretty cool. Namtar still has the coolest animations. But, you know. Jin, he's trying his best. Okay, hang on. So I circle around. I go up here. I can select this one way. And then I can go back here. If I keep going up, we'll reach exit, and then I can go back down and go through the one way, and blah blah blah. Okay, I know my path. The path does not revolve around you guys though. Look, it may use a lot of mana, but it is satisfying. So let's not use as much mana. Okay, I don't want to see these. I don't want to see you guys. Okay, now I'm confused on what Philosopher's Stone really does. Because I had a debuff on Shin, right? But it didn't get rid of it. Let me read the skill again. Cut down on defense, release all abnormal statuses. Isn't that what I'm doing? Isn't darkness debuff an abnormal status? Apparently not. Okay, so should I go up this way? Or should I go through the one way first? I think I will... I will split the diff. And you know, I'll go for both. Okay. I haven't seen the girl on the right. But she probably boosts water and then has another thing. I want to know what that one, what that other one, other thing is though. So let's just overkill. I didn't get her. Well, Shin has 2 mana. Ah, I see. I can't go this way. I would have had to go the opposite way. I see. Well, then let's keep going.
この術式で活路を開く。
アーマーディバイド。
うわ
シンフォニックギ
ダスクエッジダスクエッジ
アフィルムレインフィルムレインオーバーカットブラックサーン
アーマーディバイド。
Okay. Jesus, my fucking frames. I was not expecting another Ruby Nymph. I think I'm gonna fit it. Okay. First, if it's gonna be like that, I'm going back.
よかった見つけたのね
That book girl, I want her. And this is where I first fought her. Shit, and the HP looking kind of critical. It's fine. I'm running away from this one. So, look, there are a lot of crests here that I, haven't gotten yet. So, it's time to save scum. You know what? Let's keep going a bit further then. If you're gonna be like that. Skip you. Fight here.
怖くなんてない
Never
わ
mind.
いつでも行けるの
ここで体を休めよう。
Go this way then.
Oh. 身の程を思い知らせて差し上げますわ
お見つけた。
ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。
Oh, who I'm looking for. What's your name? Rockwell. Allows 2 magic attack skills to be used. Uses 3 extra MP. What's the difference? And then Opal Nymph. I have... What's the difference between you and the Naga? Other than it sounds like it's kind of worse than... Naga's skill. You know what? If I get a, I guess we can find out.
チェーンブレード。
シンフォニックギアホークチャネリン頑張ったご
I got it. Cool. Very cool. Epic, even. What are your actual skills though? Okay, no, magic link prop allows 2 magic attacks to be used for a fixed number of turns. But what's the difference? I'm guessing that it means that you can use two support skills, I guess. But like if I go through the characters, the support skills I've got that I guess would count for it would be like Sword Grinder, which you only need to activate once, Dragon Princess Oath, you only need to activate once, Guardian Oath, Cross Guard Share, Armor Divide, Black Roof, High Heal Stitch, Heal All Stitch, Philosopher's Stone. You know, all of those, you don't need to use them twice, right? So, like, it just sounds bad. And then at the same time, her stats are also worse than Naga's. And also, look, the MP recovery prop, it's good. It's been a while since I've had one. Citra is one that usually has it, so that's the only upside she has. Yikes. And I'm glad I got her. She's hot, but I will never use her. And you can guarantee that.
ねえねえ、これっていいものかしら。
さあ、かかってらっしゃいな。
Now, the real question is, am I lucky? Can I get lucky on any other of these tiles?
正々堂々と戦いまし
Okay,
ょう。
well, now I'm looking for the Opal Nymph this time. So I would appreciate if I could get one.
これが
Fuck.
私の騎士道よ。
Don't worry about health. They are completely fine. There is nothing to worry about. Namtar will not die. Okay, I don't need more than one use. Alright, this time though. I didn't get the Opal Nymph. Fuck. Alright, time to go back around. You know, there are still two areas that I need to go through. Right, this being one of them. And let's see who I fight. I see. I wouldn't mind all three of them, for different reasons. Anyway, let's keep going.
私の楽団にふさわしいお相手かしら。
I don't have the opal move, do I? No, I don't. So I guess I will continue to fight her.
アーマーディバイド。
チェーンブレードチェーンブレード
And also, it looks like Pollock is that basically has the same ability as Naga. So like I don't know why I would go for her over Naga. Now I'm gonna have to circle around all the way back to see the other things. To be honest, this I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes a free dungeon, but at the same time it wouldn't really make sense or wise. Neither do any of the free dungeons, but still, the amount of the amount of new crests we get here, like it wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
なんか拾ったぞ。
And with that being the case, I'm gonna be like, fuck it. I'm gonna just finish this off, and I'll probably do the rest of it off stream. As in the grinding for the crests.
ねえねえ、これっていいものかし
Because
ら。
I'm not getting very lucky on stream, and I don't want to subject you to any more bullshit. So fuck it. Save. Let's keep going. Several hours passed. Well, I'm glad that I didn't spend several hours trying to grind, but trying to save going. But several hours passed since they began exploring the labyrinth. Exhaustion began to build within the group. Their destination was the central altar where Shamash was waiting, but before they could reach it, they were forced to take a break.
光の調節によって新たな通路が現れるって分かったのはいいけど、分岐が多すぎますわ。神殿内に網の目のように通路が張り巡らされていて、キリがありませんの。
Perhaps we may need to think of another idea.
この迷宮にまだ何か秘密があると言いますの？
This is the temple of Shamash, the origin of the sun. Symbolizes the light that illuminates Soshi. But for some reason, we made it this far by blocking the light. Maybe that's why we wandered into a dead end.
でも神殿の光に頼ってしまったら、また作詞の罠によって誘導されてしまうんじゃないですか？
Well, that's true, but Shin put his hand to his head and groans. He couldn't help but think that Master Alberto's had something else up his sleeve.
シン、ちょっと気になったのだけど。
What's wrong, Henry?
あそこ、あの穴なんだと思う？
Oh. Shifted his gaze toward the direction Henry pointed and spotted a small hole in the corner of the wall. It was a few meters above Shin's head and at a pretty high position. The hole was small enough for a mouse to fit, but it was in a neat arch shape, and it seemed like it was intentionally placed there.
最高用の窓ではなくて？
自然発光する壁があるのに それに位置が不自然なの。あっちにもあるし。
What? Hold on. Once again, Shin carefully examined the insides of the labyrinth. The small holes that Henry pointed out were arranged high up in the passageway. It didn't seem to have any regularity to them and were randomly placed. This may be why they never noticed it until now. Arya, can you output the map data?
うん、できるけど、ちょっと待って。
Arya held up her spiral circuit and projected a three-dimensional map of the labyrinth's interior in the air. I see. Wait, so that means...
シン、何か分かったの？
おい、わかるように説明しろ。
What Celeste was saying is right. That hole is probably there to let light in.
光を？でも。
Friend was about to say something, but Shin quickly halted him. We were so distracted by the light from the walls that we overlooked an important fact. In this temple of the sun, there is another light source that is more important.
重要な光源？
もしかして祭壇の疑似大量のことを言っていますか？
Yes, indeed. Instead of being distracted by the luminescence from the walls and focus on the light source from the altar, we shouldn't get lost.
だがそれらしい光など。あ、
Sasha must have noticed and turned her gaze toward him. Shin nodded in response. If my theory is right, Altina, can you lend me one of your smoke signals?
パステルスモークのことですわね。神殿の中で使うつもりですの？
Just watch. Shin burned the smoke, then shifted it so it would rise toward the small hole that Henry pointed out. Then,
光が光って浮かび上がったぞ。
smoke is diffusing the rays. Sun that blessed the land isn't always the light we can see, like infrared rays. There are some lights we cannot see without special conditions.
さすがシンくんですね。よく気がつきました。
Ain't I a smart boy? No, it was Henry who noticed, and Celeste's words became a clue.
私のカリーナなら赤外線スコープの機能がありますわ。光の追跡ならお任せですわよ。
Where is Karina? Alright, let's resume our search. I'm sure the goal of the labyrinth is beyond the rays of light. We'll reach the altar now for sure. With confidence, Shin called out to his friends. Hang on. Ah, shit, there's more. Ah, shit, there is a boss. Of course there is. I shouldn't be surprised. But also, I haven't gotten any CGs yet, so, like, 90%. I'm going to keep going. Fuck it. It's been 4 hours. Fuck it. We're doing it. We're gonna keep going. And it's another fucking. There's a key too. Oh my god. Where does this path lead? Up here. And there's the lock. And here is a chest. I see. There are 3 chests. I see. And there's the boss. Okay, it isn't as big. It isn't as big. Actually, it's probably the same at bigness. Fuck. I will need to fight these guys so that I can get SP.
アーマーディバイド。フィルムネイン、フィルムネイン。
How did you miss? How do you keep missing?
私の独壇場ですわ。ここで補給いたしましょう。
Alright, let's do these. It's got double path. I'm not trying to lock myself in
正々堂々と
yet.
戦いましょう。アーマーディバイド。
Huh?
オーバー。
ニードルショット、ニードルショット。厳しい戦い
And
だ
I
ったね。
didn't get Nanta didn't get any levels.
ここで体を休めよう。
スルイトの調べで
Alright,
勇気を
can I
紡ぐの。
please get you Amethyst Nymph? Mimic would be nice, but I already have
ア
one.
ーマーディバイド。
My main purpose here is just to collect.
シンフォニックギア。
錬金術の王
I didn't get what I didn't get
戦い
a
にも通じているんだ。
なんか拾ったぞ。これは嬉しいわね。
Okay. Interesting.
ナムタ、友達、守る。アーマーディバイド。
ニードルショット、ニードルショット。
フィルムネイン。もう大丈夫だ
I
ぞ。
got another rat.
敵の匂い
Of course I did.
消えた。
Okay. 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 There's the amethyst nymph I was missing. There's the opal nymph I was missing. Hang on. Yeah. Also, Asian agate nymph, not very good. The only reason I like the ruby nymph is because of the preemptive strike. Fuck it.
ねえねえ、
I didn't
これ
mean
って
to
いい
do
も
that.
のかしら。
I was trying to heal. By, you know, scrolling back, but apparently... Fuck it.
ふう、疲れたもん。
やった。
Look, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did before, which is fuck it.
ナムタ、友達、守る。
Fuck it. Just go through this,
アーマー
and I'll do it upstream.
ニードルショット。
の結果というものですわね。有効活用するとしましょう。
正々堂々と戦いましょう。
Okay. So there is all of the nymphs. And I feel like this is scripted, right? So that all of the nymphs are here. You've got hang on, you've got amethyst for dark, ruby for light, sapphire for water, right? Opal for light, emerald for wind, and then agate nymph. Sorry, you didn't make the cut. Oops.
アーマーディバイド、シンフォニックギア。
ニードルシャット、ニードルシャット。
使命の
I didn't get any of them because of course I didn't. But that isn't the main purpose of this run. The main purpose is just clearing it for the recording, for the VOD, and then I'll run back through it next. I'll run back through it off stream, like I have said multiple times before. I don't know why I need to keep repeating myself, but I'm repeating it to I'm repeating it to me. That's why I need to repeat it to myself.
アーマーディバイド。フィルムデイ、フィルムデイ。当然の結果というものですわね。
Once again, I got another rat. Okay, I need you two. Actually, I need all three. I don't think I have the amethyst one either. So like, I got one. Do I have? Do I have? Let's see. I did not. Okay, now I've got two missing left. You didn't hear that.
ナムタ、友達、守る。
Hello? What? I was a bit distracted there. How? You know, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't mind having you know, like would you I didn't say it. I didn't. Okay. Once again, it did not get rid of the debuff. Wait, no, I didn't use Philosopher's Stone. I could have used Knuckle Bunker, actually. Okay. This time it didn't get rid of any debuffs. So I am confused as to what it means by release all abnormal statuses. I don't know what that means. And it doesn't mean what I thought it meant. That's all I'm gonna say. Old? 1100 Shin, my god, I didn't know you could do that much damage. I didn't get her. Fuck. Ah. What is the Oh, I see. I don't think there is anything that needs it. Right? Hang on. I would have liked Sapphire though, right? I'm right. You know, this needed it. I've got the better version of it though, so right? I mean, you know, maybe Aria's A tier needed one, but you know. Let's unlock. Let's see what rewards we get. 2 rubies. 2 Heliodors, and what is it? 2 Tourmalines? 2 more Heliodors. Right. Okay. So, that is everything cleared. I didn't get anyone that I wanted. Okay, well, maybe I got some. Okay. I will save at a different spot. And I will go. Alright. Following a single thin ray of light, they ran through the labyrinth. They passed through many corridors and repeatedly went up and down different floors. Finally, they figured out the trick to a hidden passage and were able to open a route to the center of the temple. Where's Shamash? She should be here. Oh, hello. So who am I fighting? The Phoenix? I don't mind that. From the shadows of the altar, the girl in the priestess outfit hesitantly stepped forth. Shamash.
みんなよくここまで来ましたね。迷宮の試練に苦労したようですが、あなたたちは見事英知を示しました。アルベラットス、試練の突破、文句はありませんね。
うん。私も影から見守っていたが、彼らは自らの力で迷宮の謎を解いてみせた。
We were watching you the entire time as well. Alberto showed himself as he stepped out of the passageway they came from. He was beaming with a smile, looking very satisfied.
苦労して迷宮を構築した甲斐があるというものだ。簡単に解かれたりしたらどうしようかと。
言っておきますが、あの陰湿なまでに巧妙な仕掛けは私の考えたものではありませんからね。あくまでアルベルトスの考案ですから。
You didn't need to clarify. Look, I know. I know. Okay. He claimed that Albertos was the one who proposed the complex labyrinth construction. Shin can get quite obsessed, so he somewhat understood his master's odd fixation. Well, with that aside, will you form a contract with me? Look, she's still not ready. We accomplished the trials of the labyrinth. Does that mean we're eligible to make a contract with the god of the sun? No, you need to find a boss too. You know, Shamash can't be the only origin where you don't fight a boss at the end before you. Wow, it's so bright. I like where this is going. Oh wait, wrong flash.
シン、今のはちょっとデリカシーがなかったね。
Master, what do you mean?
これまで治水化風のオリジンと契約してきた君なら、その方法は心得ているはずだろう。
Yeah. How it's done. Oh. The contract with the other origins flashed in Shin's mind.
そんな担当直入に切り込んでは、シャマシュが赤面するのも無理はない。ここはもっと紳士的にだね。
アルベルトス、余計なことは言わなくていいんです。
Past the bright light, there was a sign of something large moving. A gust of hot wind blew as strong flapping was heard. There it is. Yeah, look. The hentai protagonist doesn't work when they don't have any tact. Back then that was Albertos's mission. Hang on, what do you call it? Test. Yeah, I don't know why I blanked on the word. Yeah, no, back then that was just the warm up. You know, that giant sphinx looking woman, you know, that she was just the test. A battle in bed. That's true. The light finally dimmed as a massive bird emitting divine light descended. Oh boy, I'm not gonna have fun with this, am I? Actually, no, it might be fine. As long as I don't do a lot of melee attacks, it should be alright, right? Surely Shin will actually hit with his attacks. You know, like those other times when I was fighting against flying boss enemies. Smile. Team Smash was serious. They all got into a battle stance. Shitballs. If that is what you wish, I'll do this. And I will take this screenshot. I found my thumbnail, guys. 17k flying. Oh boy. Okay, let's start off looking at. Okay, dark is her weakness, obviously, and light is her immune, and she's immune to light, obviously. So let's start off with Venom Shot, right? No. Wire Claw or Bind Flash? Wire Chain, I mean. It's time to try out Cross Vanish. Holy 2,800 and 2,200. That's 5,000 health in a single attack. All right, I got poison off, surprisingly. So now here's the thing. Okay, Shin should do more damage, right? Theoretically, he's got the defense decrease, he's got attack up, he will miss. he's gonna miss. I swear to God, he's gonna miss. I hope he does not, but it's fucking Shin, man. He misses at the worst times. Thank God he didn't. 3,000 attack. I'm sorry, Shamash. I didn't mean to do you like this. You should have just accepted my invitation to the bedroom. It wouldn't have turned out like this. It has been 2 turns. And he will guarantee die next turn. And she's already dead. Also, first of all, Henry, 1,200 damage, Jesus. Second of all, listen. Oh my God. I'm on a hard mode, by the way. The onslaught from his now we get to the Shamash scene, the super secret NSFW chat. If only Dexter was here. Speaking of Discord, I have 4 notifications. Huh? I know 1 notification, it's Sweetly's live notification, but what are the other 3? The onslaught by his friends crushed Shamash's stance. Laney to follow up on his attacks. Shin prepared to strike. But before he could do so, Shamash flapped her wings and sent heat waves towards them. I think Dex set the Shamash scene already there. Oh, good. Before he could do so, Shamash flapped her wings and sent heat waves towards them. He soared above the altar while keeping a distance. Damn, we could have stopped her in time. We beat her in 2 moves. 2 turns, I mean. She didn't have a chance. I mean, you know, Shin and Namtar could have missed. They didn't, thank God. Because, you know, it would have been dragged out a lot more if that was the case. Smash had flying weapons. that shoot laser beams and has wings that allow her to fly freely. Shin and his friends were working together to bring the battle to an equal state, but they couldn't seem to catch the right moment to turn the tables.
まどろっこしいな。いつまでそんな手こずってんだよ、シン。
I don't know why there's question marks. I think that's pretty obvious who it is. That voice. A voice rang in Shin's mind. Surprised, Shin paused for a moment. Marduk? Oh, I never would have guessed.
俺だけじゃねえぜ。ティアマ。
Pause. Okay, you can keep going. You can keep going now.
ティアマトもキュベもアプスもいる。いつだってお前らを見守ってるぜ。
Oh, so you want to? Okay, I'm not gonna keep. I'm not going down that train of thought.
マルちゃん。
You can hear her too.
私にも聞こえる。この感じ、真の賢者の石を通して繋がっているんだわ。
そういうことよ。それが資源のエレメントを集める意味。
分かったら僕たちの力を使うんだ。シャマシュに勝つにはエレメントを使いこなすしかないからね。
今のお主たちならそれができるということじゃな。
Apsu, Tiamat, Cube. Shin unconsciously held his chest. He could feel the unprecedented power surging in the Philosopher's Stone. It wasn't like the destructive impulse that comes from the corruption. It was stronger than that, and yet reassuring and pleasing. Henry, Arya, Celeste, let's do this. Unleash the power of the elements.
了解なの。任せて。
賢者の石の波動が私たちを強くする。
And I don't have to. Never mind. To Shin's voice, they all responded immediately.
宿れ資源の水のエレメント無限楼閣。
Power of fantasy. Henry raised both of her hands and deploys a wide net. The mesh of the net was covered in a film of water and shot out an infinite amount of bubbles.
無限楼閣のシャボンがシャマシュの熱戦を無効化する。てや
The bubbles that evaporated in Shin's heat wave formed a mist in the area that served as a deflective cloud that lowered the power of Shimash's lasers. Shimash's powerful attacks were efficiently blocked, with Henry controlling her net as she read her movements.
次は私ね。うなれ資源の風のエレメント真空列人。
A whirlwind erupted under Shamash. The tornado swept up the rings of fire protecting Shamash, creating a vacuum center. Shamash squirmed with her wings spread and crashed into the floor by the altar.
セレス、今よ。動きを封じるチャンス。怒れ資源の地のエレメント爆眼症。
With a shout, Celeste struck her rapier in the ground. At the same time, the earth rose with a loud rumble. The uplift headed straight towards the fallen Shamash. And then the loud explosion sound. And with the loud explosion sound, a massive pillar struck out into the air. The pillar branched out and dug into Shamash, trapping her movement.
シン、決めて。
Alright, leave the rest to me.
気をつけて、シン。
シャマシュはまだ力を残してるの。
Gem on Shamash's chest glowed brightly. The light contained heat and melted the stone pillar at an extremely high temperature. And even seared Shin as he tried to get closer. Whoa! It's like when I was fighting Marduk.
シンさん。
Oh, he is gonna use Marduk's power. Boil, primordial element of fire. Release, divine iron furnace. Gauntlet turned red hot. The inside of his ether gear became a furnace that forges liquid metal as it embedded spells into its mold. During this time, Tin had forgotten about the heat as he focused on refining the blade to defeat the Origin. 1 second felt 10 times longer. Like the primordial elements and bring forth reason. That is the essence of alchemy. This blade is made to transcend the limits of the human body. He raised the blade. Just that was enough to stir the air. Strong heat waves made the blade burn even brighter. Huh?
決まったか。
光が薄れて。シンさんは？シャマシュは？
Ah, this is good time for us to, you know.
あそこ立っています。
Never mind, they can see us. The brightness of the sun faded. The massive bird Shamash remained laying by the altar as Shin pointed his blade toward the gem on her chest.
見事です、シン。私の負けですね。
It was thanks to the Origins who lent me their strength. I don't think I could have won on my own.
それがエレメントを一つにするということです。私たちはあなたがそうできるようになってほしいと思っていました。
So this is what the test was for. The blade didn't harm her gem and simply stopped right before it touched. Shin laughed as he withdrew his sword. Mash's main body flew away as her youthful avatar was left behind.
よくやったね、シン、皆も。我らの試練を乗り越え、君たちは資格を得た。
私の太陽のエレメントも受け取ってください、シン。
And now it is Seg's time. Ah, yeah, thanks, Shamash. Shin nodded as he offered his hand to Shamash. But
私なんて恥ずかしいことを。
yeah, especially since we now know that the Origins are literally watching us when we do it. What? Oh, that's bright. Turning to her normal self, Shamash turned bright red. The bright light she emitted blinded Shin's eyes. As he covered his eyes with his hand, Shin attempted to speak to Shamash. Are you possibly bothered by the way to form the contract?
そんなことここで話せるわけないじゃないですか。
Yeah, I know why.
だから来てください。
I know why you haven't taken her away yet to somewhere more private. Hey, don't pull. Whoa. Just as she pulled on his arm, Shin felt as if he was released from gravity and began floating. Soon after, the light faded.
あら、シンは？シャマシュ様もいませんわ。
どこ行った？
ああ、心配はいらないよ、みんな。
アルベルトス様、シン君たちの居場所を知ってるんですか？
Don't worry about it. Oh, of course Alberto's knows.
うん、まあ。これから契約のための大事な儀式があるんだ。だから邪魔しないようにね。
I mean, like, to be fair, Faust probably isn't that what Faust did? Thank God this is the all ages version. Isn't that what Faust did to get a contract with Shamash? Well, no. What Shamash is doing, what Shin is doing is different from forming a contract. Shin is essentially getting the element, right? So it's not the same. Alberto answered with a wry smile. But you know, Shin knows, and all of the origins were watching too. The young girl was standing on a dune, gazing down at the desert. Crouching down, she scooped up the sand by her feet. The sand slipped between her fingers and was blown away by the arid wind.
この地に種をまいても植物は育たぬ。緑を取り戻すには我の力をもってしても長い長い時がかかる。小僧たちが祖師へを守れねばどの道すべては無に帰す定め。そうなってほしくはないがの。
So what was it? It was Marduk first, and then Tiamat, and then Kyubey, then Apsu, then Shamash. So, since Marduk was first, that means no one was watching. But then Marduk had to watch Shin with Tiamat, Kyubey, Apsu, and Shamash. And then Tiamat, respective, Kyubey, Apsu, Shamash. Voyeurism. After muttering to herself, Kyubey slowly turned around. Oh, here they are. I was waiting for them to show up again. Beyond their gaze was a grey behind her gaze was a grey shadow. Kyubey spoke to the ghostly figure that was almost like an omen taking form.
はるばる来てもらって悪いが、ここから先は通行止めじゃぞ。
When is the Cinderella hate scene? Unfortunately, we only get the Cinderella hate scene in the Chaos route, so I'm gonna have to replay through the game on the Chaos route. You know how it is.
お酒疑心。貴様の許しなぞいらんわい。
私は真に用があるの。通らせてもらうわ。
Look, he's a bit preoccupied right now, you know how it is. Sex with the sun god and all.
理解しておらんようじゃな。生かしては返さぬと言うたつもりであったが。
A pillar of sand suddenly rose from beneath the dunes behind Kyubey. The ground shifted as if it were exploding, and a massive body emerged from the crater. Is it her main form? Is it her true form? Of course it is.
本体を地中に隠し待ち伏せておったか。
I mean, you know, to be fair, I absolutely hated fighting Kyubey, so like they'll probably have a hard time too.
覚悟するがよい。ここであったが100年目じゃ。
面白いわね。けれどいいのかしら。あなたがここで力を使えば、あなたの大事なオアシスはどうなるでしょうね。
なんじゃと。
つまらぬ心配じゃの。あんな猫の額のごとき箱には天秤にかける価値などあるまいて。
Surrounded by black dust, Cinderella approached Kyubey, who stepped back while halting her main body. That was when an unbelievable tremor shook the temple, making it hard for Arya and the others to remain standing by the altar.
何？地震？強いわよ。フレン、こっちへ。姉さん。
Altina ducked low as she wrapped her arms around friend's head. Even so, the shaking would not stop, and was only getting worse. The walls of the temple began to creak as fragments began to fall from above.
Arya, 危ない!
Alberto shoved Arya away. Building blocks from the temple rained from above. Jesus, rained from above. Right before he was crushed by the blocks, Alberto's activated his ether gear. By controlling the air currents, he eased the momentum of the fall and avoided the direct hit.
でも一体何が。
みんな上を見ろ。
あれは
過信か。
Part of the temple ceiling crumbled from the earthquake. From the cracks peered an eye with a monstrous glow. I'm not sure how much damage there was, but if that earthquake was caused by that heinous god, it must have an enormous body. Yeah. I mean, you know, she's fine, right? It's like when Apsu was corrupted. The annoying part is that I'm gonna have to fight her now, so...
気をつけろ。まだ何か降りてくるぞ。
From the crack created by Kyubey, several humanoid shadows descended from above.
ドール。カイマの規制型か。
まだこんなに残っていたんですの？
I'm not that surprised.
応戦するぞ。戦闘態勢。
Dolls fired at them as they descended. Arya and the others quickly spread out as Sasha and Friend attempted to counterattack.
こしゃくな。撃ち落としてやる。
策略式だが。
Several dolls were shot down by their attacks. However, more dolls continued to fall as they gathered enough forces to conquer the altar.
この影縛り。
おいたは良くないわね、ジューマの坊や。
The kunai blades Friend threw were flicked away by Cinderella's bat wings. Cinderella gradually descended after the dolls.
ハイかぶり姫、こんなところまで仕掛けてくるなんて。ずるい。私たちがあんなに苦労した迷宮の仕掛けをぶち抜いてくるなんて。
それはごめんなさい。疑心の試練に付き合う理由なんてみじんもなかったものだから。それにしてもおかしなものね。あなたたちに会うのはこれでもう何度目かしら。触れれば灰にしてしまうこの身で腐れ縁だなんて。
Well, you haven't turned me into ash, so...
けれどそれも終わりかしら。キュベは家臣に落とした。あとは教会のアスタルテをどかせばこのソシエもおしまい。
そんなことさせない。ソシエの平和はこれ以上誰にも犯させはしない。
馬に謎止められるものかよ。
A voice rang from above. After a short pause, Kyubey vibrated again as Celeste lost her posture.
この声、アグリッパ。アグリッパがキュベを操っているの？気をつけろ。ぐらぐら足取られてたらあいつが。
While everyone's attention was fixed on Agrippa, Cinderella began to move. Nemta reacted instantly and tried to block her.
あの野良犬がよく懐いたものね。相入れない存在同士が。
Oh,
あの野良犬がよく懐いたものね。相入れない存在同士が。あなた、なんだかイラつくわ。
Nemta was blasted away by Cinderella's powerful blow. Bounced off the walls and floor before rolling in on the temple floor.
一人一人なぶり殺しにしてあげる。シンがいないのは好都合ね。戻ってきた時、あなたたちの死体を見たら、彼どんな顔をするかしら。
How did Cinderella know Shin likes to take his sweet time with the origins?
はいかぶり姫、お前にそんな強行を許すわけにはいかない。お前にだけは。
アルベルトス、あなたもいたのね。ちょうどいいわ。目障りな賢者。ここで灰となりなさい。
いかん、気をつけよコルネリア。あやつだけは要注意じゃ。
Cornelio. Right as Alberto has placed his hand on his spiral circuit on his arm, yelled to mechanics that was linked with it activated. The light resources stored in the temple ran along the geometric lines and gathered into the artificial sun gem.
まずい。あやつを殺せコルネリア。最優先に。
遅い。ソルインシネレーション。
The light overflowed and flooded out from the gem. Facing the light directly, Cinderella let out a chilling shriek. The dust particles were decomposed by the light, and her body was burning and crumbling.
破壊者め、私たちが貴様らの乱入を予想していないとでも思っていたか。
I mean, it would have been nice if you told them, but
私は迷宮構築のためこの神殿の管理者権限を与えられている。それを応用すればこの程度のゲートは可能だ。
やめろやめろやめろやめろやめろ。
Yube began to thrash as if she was throwing a tantrum. Rubble from the ceiling began to fall as cracks appeared all over. Even so, Albertos did not stop shining the light at her. Without hesitation, he continued to incinerate Cinderella.
いける。あの人型カイマを今度こそ。
皆さん、ドールをアルベルトス様に近づけてはなりませんわ。私たちであの方を守るのです。
やめろ。ダメだ、それだけは。アルベルタス貴様、コルネリアを本気で殺すつもりか。
I mean,
知っているぞ貴様。コルネリアに惚れておったじゃろう。それを。
did I say that Cinderella was Aria's mom? I don't think I did.
黙れ。コルネリアはあの時とうに死んだ。
Definitely thought it, but well.
違う。コルネリアはそこにおる。 るんじゃ。じゃというのに貴様は。けど海藻の犬めら、貴様のエゴでアリアの母親を手にかけるというのか。
Now you hear him. That just wasn't tiny opening. Albertus was trying to carry out the execution calmly. The light from the gem did not cease. However, a faint shadow began to form within the light as Alberto's concentration wavered for a moment. The glow from the artificial sun weakened. Cinderella did not miss this small opportunity. Using her almost vindictive moves, she quickly flipped over.
ハイカブリ姫から触手が伸びて舐めてるの。
The tentacles coiled around Namtar's legs. While she was lying on the floor, despite being injured, she used great agility to pull her up and drag her into the rays of light. Namtar began to scream next.
あの子もカイマなら光の影響を。父さんやめて、このままじゃダムちゃんまで死んじゃう。父さん。
Alberto let out a painful grunt. Gritting his teeth, he turned his gaze from Arya to Cinderella. He then withdrew his hand from the spiral circuit. The light from the artificial sun stopped. Cinderella ripped open the vanishing film of light as she drew her blade. That was when Alberto's was filled with emptiness after using the grand scale spell. Compared to the enraged Cinderella, it was too late to defend her slash. The moment the blade swung down, Arya covered her face with her hands. And then... Surprise! Cinderella, I won't let you kill my master. Shin stopped Cinderella's blade with her gauntlet. With his gauntlet. He quietly glared at the surprised and startled opponent.
シン、シャマシとの契約は終わったか?
Yeah, I had... Never mind. Yes, thanks for waiting, but now the element of light is in me. Never mind. Look, lady, I've rejected you like 5 times already, not even including everyone else that I, you know. Cinderella, I think I understand your loneliness. I can't agree with your obsession to take Soshi with you.
Shin, 手に入らないのなら、せめてあなたの賢者の石だけは。
No. Cinderella's hair began to rustle. The tufts of hair transformed into a blade-like whip and swung towards Shin's neck. Shin randomly grabbed the tentacle whip with his bare hand. Even with the blade against his neck, Shin kept a cool expression. Keeping his eyes locked on Cinderella, he used the elements of his Philosopher's Stone to quickly executed a spell. Dust particle sublimation.
シンの手の中でハイカブリ姫の触手が分解しましたわ。
Wow, it's almost like I have the power of light or something.
す いです。有機物を侵食するダストを逆に消滅させるなんて。
違うの、今までの神道。これが深淵のエレメントを束ねた賢者の石の進化。
そんな、なんてこと。この私がされるなんて。
Cinderella began trembling. As an ash demon that turned many things into dust with her hands, being the one decomposed instead was an unbelievable scenario.
コルネリア、ここは退け、退くのじゃ。
退く。神を、賢者の意志を前にしながら。
こちらには家臣クベがあるのじゃ。チャンスはある。いやさ、奴らなぞ放っておいても、アスタルテさえ葬れば我らの勝ちじゃて。
Cinderella grit her teeth, but began to prepare for the retreat. She extended her hair tentacles above her head as she attempted to flee from the hole broken open by Cube.
逃がすか。邪魔をするな。ドール、緊急コード、自爆実行。
Dolls remaining near the altar began to explode one after another. Blocking these attacks with explosions, Cinderella retreated with ease.
あと少しのところで。
あそこまで追い詰めて逃がすなんて悔しいですわ。エンリ、あなたなら捕らえられたのではなくて。
それは。
The worried expression, Henry furrowed her brows before shifting her gaze to Arya.
アグリッパが気になることを言っていたの。ハイカブリ姫がアリアのお母さんだって。
Yeah, don't worry about the fact that Agrippa kept calling her Cornelia or anything. You know, she's still Cinderella.
話を聞かせてもらえる、父さん。
It was Shin's first time hearing Arya's tone being serious, surprisingly stiff.